In the countryside of China's Lingnan region, over 1,800 Diaolou defensive village houses stand as a complex and flamboyant fusion of Chinese and Western architectural elements, marking a unique chapter in the history of global architecture. Originally built as shelters during times of war and unrest, these structures also reflect the deep nostalgia of Chinese people living far from their homeland.
很厚的一个铁门，枪都打不进去，长方形的孔那是枪眼，想开它的门，那个孔可以对付你。可惜就是窗口啊，太窄，有点暗的样子。传统那些灶比较小，还在那里煮饭。
Most people from Kaiping have lived in a Diaolou at some point in their lives. Li Zhiming, a native of Kaiping, has dedicated decades to studying these unique structures and their cultural significance. In the mid-19th century, tens of thousands of men sailed from Kaiping to the US during the gold rush. By the 1920s, some returned with hard-earned fortunes, only to face natural disasters, war, and banditry. In response, as local rural structures from the Ming dynasty built for flood control, defense, and residence, Diaolou were revitalized. These gold rush returnees, having spent decades overseas, had a clear vision of what they wanted. They hired local masons and craftsmen to recreate the Western architectural styles they had seen in posters or experienced abroad, blending features such as ancient Greek arches, Roman columns, and even Byzantine domes with traditional Chinese Diaolou designs. Inside, Western elements like clocks and phonographs coexisted with Chinese square dining tables for 8 old-fashioned wooden armchairs and red-lacquered beds. But the shrines where memorial tablets of ancestors are venerated, the framed calligraphy, brush and ink paintings, and inscribed family mottos within the Diaolou, these are where the homeowner's Chinese roots find solace.
这种家居建筑的装修里边，反映的是侨乡民众的他对西方文化的接受，同时对岭南广府文化的坚持，对外来文化的吸收和传统文化融合而进行的一种文化创造的产物。也正是这样，就赋予了这种建筑独特的一种艺术价值和历史价值。
Struck by the contrast between industrial and agricultural civilizations, returnees from the US not only spearheaded the construction of Diaolou in their villages, but also contributed funds to build schools, hospitals, and railways, paving the way for their hometowns' transition into the modern industrial era. More than a century later, the Diaolou still stand amid countryside paths and fields, bearing witness to the early fusion of Eastern and Western cultures by the Chinese people.